Hello, this is Jerry. In this video, we are going to have a look at the 2020 or 2021 or even 2022 Mazda CX-30, so CX-30. This big vehicle is a crossover body shape with sort of the SUV ground clearance, and it sits in between the Mazda CX-3 and the CX-5 on the global platform. It is a very nice looking vehicle, and this particular one is the Takami SPEC in New Zealand. So you get a 2-liter petrol engine with mild hybrid technology plus all-wheel drive as standard, and this vehicle is finished in the red metallic paint. Very nice looking vehicle. Awesome. Let's open the boot. So as the Mazda version on the new vehicles, you are getting the Mazda boxy shaped key with the keyless entry. So all you need is to tap this button underneath. Automatic tailgate for the Takami spec, and this particular spec is the highest spec you can find in New Zealand. And that's how the boot looks like. It's decent size. It's definitely much bigger than the Mazda 3 you're comparing to. It's quite deep and quite good length overall. It's not as spacious as a medium SUV, but it is good enough for a daily drive. And simply press this button to unlock itself. Boot space, second row space. It is quite busy. It is quite sort of small space, and the seats are actually nice, very soft leather obviously, but you can see my knees are touching these seats all the time. If I get it in, my knees always get in the way of the seats as well. Leg room is okay, foot room is okay, leg room is not, and the sitting position in front of me is my sitting position. I'm about 178 centimeters. So yeah, it is a little bit small overall for the back row, but you do get a nice touch over here with cup armrest and air vent thing at the back. Again, no USB charging port. I think at this price point it is missing a few things, but it has tons of technologies which we're going to go through. And on the top you get a small sunroof that opens manually for the shade. Obviously this roof will be open with the electric adjust. Let's go to the front, and again, keyless entry and keyless start. That allows you to start the vehicle and obviously get in the vehicle. So these are the driver and passenger front seats. It looks like very nice soft leather seats with electric adjust on the driver side and manual adjust on the passenger side. And this is the interior. Let's jump in and look at the interior. Personally, I think this is such a good finish overall. I like the center console, I like the switch, everything, with the dial rotate. Although the screen is not touch screen, but it's not necessary. It's so far from you, and I'm better off using this switch, to be fair. And the dial, it's not full digital dial, but you can change a few things that if you like, and you got all this information that you have on over there. It is very simple, but it's very well finished. Full leather wrapping steering, and I like this slim design. It's not bulky, it's not like too busy or anything like that, but all the touch buttons are well located on the left and right. And this particular one, again, top spec, you get the Bose sound system. It sounds very well compared to the other speakers. Cup holders, storage space at the front, and a big center console with a couple more USB charging. Overall, it is very well finished. I gotta say, I really like the interior. It feels on a level compared to the Mazda cars I used to drive or used to have. And you do get stuff like modern technologies like blind spot detection, adaptive cruise control, even steering assist, and everything. You don't need anything more than that, to be fair. Additionally, heated seats at the front for the higher spec, heated steering for the front for the driver, so that's very handy. and look at the screen. It is very crisp, I would say. The control, everything locates really well, and it responds really fast as well, for your dials, controls, and navigation entries, all those things. And we do have a 360 camera. You can tell the camera is very sharp. It is very, how do you say, clear. I think this camera, in terms of quality, everything is on top, is on par with things like Mercedes and BMW ever driven. So yeah, overall very well finished, and tons of specs and tons of features available. So yeah, I quite like the interior. Every time I jump in this car, I feel like this is not the Mazda finish as I expected. This is definitely not. This is definitely a higher spec finish compared to the Mazda brand we used to know, but very well finished. Big thumb up for the Mazda. And let's switch it on. So the powertrain is a 2-liter petrol engine, 4-cylinder, no turbo, just simple mild hybrid, and combined with the 6-speed automatic plus all-wheel drive. And you are getting about 132 kilowatts, and so kilowatts power is okay, but you only get the maximum power at 6,000 RPM, so you do have to put the foot down a little bit higher to get the engine to work, to be fair. Alright, it's time for us to go for a drive. It is very quiet overall for the vehicle in terms of the sound, all that things. Right. And okay, before we go, I really like this indicator, the sound itself, very soft to touch. And listen to it, hopefully you will be able to see it, you will be able to see it in the video. It is very good. So as I said, the engine is actually a fairly small engine compared to the previous one or the lower spec vehicle. You are getting a 2.5 instead. The high spec, you're actually getting a 2-liter, but combined you get a mild hybrid performance. So the hybrid, you don't really feel the hybrid compared to the normal hybrid, because being a mild hybrid, you don't feel the transition between petrol hybrid. It's more like assistance. In terms of driving, I think the power feels more like a 2.3 to roughly 2.3 liter petrol engine. It is not as fast or as responsive as the 2.5, but as the Mazda fashion, the handling on these vehicles are super well. You can tell it handles really well on the road, and the steering is very sharp, very easy to maneuver. And it's soft. It's on the suspension setting, it is very soft. It is very easy to drive on the road, and noise minimal. So again, compared to all the other Mazdas I used to drive, the sound or the road noise is quite minimal. And everywhere I touch, it's all soft touch around the vehicle. It is certainly very well made. And we do also get a nice heads-up display at the front that allows us to see most of the information, for example speed limit information, all the other things. And this is how the acceleration works. Obviously again, the engine has to work a little bit harder than the bigger motors, being a small motor, but picks up okay. Personally, I would like a little bit more power myself. Again, at this price point, there are quite a lot of competitors with bigger motor, bigger power, all those things. acceleration works. Again, as I would wish it has a little bit more power on pick up and go. Every time I try to go, let's say from 0 to 60, 0 to 100, it does feel like the engine works a little bit harder than I thought, than I would like in terms in other term. You do get a little bit more engine noise when you put the foot down, when you try to accelerate over the line. And you can definitely feel it. At some point it is trying to struggle, you know. But once you get on the open road, it is soft, it is very easy to drive. And this road is supposed to be quite bumpy actually for some other cars. I don't find it too bad on the Mazda. And again, handling is so good on the Mazda vehicles. Handling part always is what makes Mazda famous as well. Even a normal Mazda 2, Mazda 3 will have all the handling spirit in it. I do enjoy driving a Mazda for sure. And by the way, if you're enjoying the video, enjoying the content, please consider to subscribe to the channel so I can do more videos. Please leave a like below, and if you have any questions or anything, just drop a comment below. I will try to answer everything that I can. And if you're looking to purchase one of these or anything like that, you can also contact us at Abipukui. And let's try again. 100%. You can see the engine is trying to pick up, but it just simply doesn't have enough power to pull. It is smooth though, 100%. It is very smooth. But yeah, the engine does a little bit more work than what I wish. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all for this particular video about this vehicle. And what's my verdict about it? I think overall I quite like the shape, I quite like the design, I quite like the interior. I do like the handling, I do like the features on this vehicle. And if I have to throw any critics about the vehicle, I would like a slightly more powerful engine. Although this engine is probably going to be enough for most people on the daily drive. And handling again is very good. The transmission is very good as well. And also what I don't like is possibly the rear cargo space, or the rear seat space actually. The second row is a little bit small or compact compared to the size overall for the vehicle, or compared to other competitors. And if you're gonna put the baby seats at the back, I don't think someone at the front is gonna be happy, because the space they're gonna give away. So yeah, that's my opinion on these vehicles. Hope this vehicle helped you in some way. Again, if you're enjoying the content, please consider subscribe to the channel. I will try to load more videos about cars and here and there. And any questions, let me know as well. And I'll let you enjoy the Christmas and New Year. We'll see you in another video. Alright.